Alright, so here's the deal, okay? I have spent the last, 4 or 5 days, something like that, trying to fine-tune PCSX2's settings for Jack 2 and Jack 3 for when we, get to that game. Got it running pretty much how I want, pretty smooth, had to do some engine tweaking-ish, cycle rates, all that nonsense bullshit. Actually was kind of cool, because it let me kind of harken back to my programming days a little bit, whatnot, so forth, this, that, and the other. Anyway, so that's still happening. Don't worry, I've just been dicking around with it. I have also noticed... Shut up, Windows Firewall Protection. I have also noticed that, and this has been, 5-6 years, whenever they started doing like 1440p and 4K, that whenever I would render any of my videos at 1080p and 60 FPS and upload them to YouTube, that they would have like YouTube's AVC codec rendering. If you look under stats for nerds, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, with the exception of ones that reach a certain view threshold, that once they do, it automatically re-encodes them into like the VP codec, right? Which is better quality. Because I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, why are my videos looking like absolute garbage, even though I render them at 1080p, 60 frames per second, at like a 20 million bit rate? And YouTube only calls for like 12, right? For 1080p, 60 FPS. So they have 8 million extra bit rates to fuck with, and yet it looks like garbage. So, whatever. I dealt with it. And then I think it was last night or the other night, it's 1.5, so it's like either 1.3 or 1.4, I forget, that I actually recorded a video, and I said, okay, fuck it. I'm going to see if I can't upscale 1080p to like 1440p or 4K. Tried 4K, didn't work. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. I can import it, I can do whatever magic I can do to it in Sony Vegas, but the very second that I select the 4K with the NVENC encoder, which is using the GPU as to help with encoding rather than strictly just the processor, which I have 6 cores, 12 threads, but 4K, oh dear God. So it renders like the first, 120 frames, and then it just goes to a black screen, and then it just cycles and loops and loops and loops the same 120 frames over and over again, and that's exactly how it looks on the video. 1440p is fine for some reason or another, so that's cool. So I rendered it in 1440p and uploaded it to YouTube, and come to find out, it just automatically like renders under the VP codec for some reason. Now that's not to say that you can't choose, your 144, 240, 360, 480, 720, 1080, and 1440p quality options. So that's cool. So I think what I'll end up doing is doing that, because it allows me to get the VP codec even for 1080p, which is cool. And if you guys, have the capability to watch 1440p on your monitors or whatever, I know a lot of people do the whole mobile thing too. But if you got the ability to watch 1440p on your monitor, the quality's there. Not for lack of, not trying for 4K. I did. It just wasn't going to work, and I wasn't going to sit here for 8 fucking hours to render out a 20-minute fucking 4K video. Fuck that. I'm good. I'd rather go back to waiting, double time. So it's like hour and some change. Like for a 30-minute video, I think it's like an hour and 15 minutes or whatever. I'll be more than happy to do that for 1440p to bring the quality to you guys. No problems there. Upgraded my internet as well, so I have gigabizzle internet, which means it doesn't take me 6.5 years to upload a fucking 8 gig file. Now it's more like, 30 minutes, I think, instead of 2.5 hours or whatever it was. Yeah, I think that's about right. So there's that. So anyway, I just want to let you know, not that you guys, to be honest, really care, but I felt that it was worth noting, like literal quality of life changes coming to you guys. Like, hey, by the way, I'm not oblivious to the fact that my videos have looked like shit for the past umpteen years, even though I've been on the fucking platform for 14. YouTube can't just be like, oh, well, if you predate this date, then feel free to have the VP codec. Whatever. Especially for 1080p, right? I feel like 1080p is about the lowest. It's like the standard, right? Like every video more or less should be, at minimum, 1080p, 60 FPS. We're there with technology. It should just be like that. But no, they're like, oh, it's just, if it's not 1440p, get fucked, bro. Whatever. Anyway. Just wanted to let you guys know. Yeah. I'll probably record more Jak 2 tonight. We'll see. I'm tired. It's probably going to be a weekend thing. I don't know. Because I like to spend nights with my lady. But, who knows? We'll figure it out. Anyway. Have a good night. Love all of you, really. And for the guys that have been here for umpteen years, really, I appreciate you. Even when I went into retirement, right? You guys stuck around, so I appreciate it. Love all you. Peace out, Girl Scouts.